How's it going, guys? It's Rad. So yeah, the WWE Monday Night Raw review from December 31st. That's right, the New Year's Eve of Raw edition of Raw. The final WWE episode of 2018. Yes, we are finally here. After this episode, we can officially forget about this trash heap of a year called 2018. So yeah. But yeah, I'll talk more about the end of 2018 at the end of the review. But let's get right to the episode. So we start off Raw with one of our big marquee matchups of the night. The Steel Cage match between Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Highlights of the match: Drew's vertical suplex is good, along with Dolph's DDT and Drew's Glasgow Kiss. Dolph's Famouser was good, along with a Sunset Flip to counter reverse Alabama Slam. Dolph's Super Kick was good, along with Dolph's own version of a Glasgow Kiss. So yeah, Dolph is using some of Drew's moves. Sneaky little bastard. Dolph would hit a second Famouser. Drew would hit a superplex from the top rope to get Dolph off the top of the steel cage. Dolph would hit a zigzag, but that would only get a 2 count. So once again, we have wrestlers kicking out of each other's finishers like it's a normal move cliche. Drew would then hit a Claymore, but Drew would not go for the cover yet. Drew would then wait and then hit a second Claymore on Dolph Ziggler. And Drew gets the 3 count for the win. Odds are, Drew probably thought that Dolph would kick out at 2 after 1. So Drew wanted to make sure Dolph was down for 3. So then after the match, after Drew exits the cage, Dolph Ziggler goes on and yells at Drew, "That's the best you got." And then Drew McIntyre then goes, grabs a chair, gets back in the cage, and attacks Dolph with the chair for post-match assault. You really had to go there, didn't you, Dolph? So then Drew grabs the chair, and then Drew hits a sliding Claymore to Dolph, with Dolph's head pinned between the chair and the steel cage. Fucking brutal. So then Drew gets out of the cage, he grabs a microphone and then calls Dolph pathetic. And then Drew says that Dolph is dead weight that keeps grabbing his table scraps. And that Drew doesn't need Dolph anymore. So then Drew says that looking ahead, Drew says not only is he entering the 2019 Men's Royal Rumble, he will win it all and become the next Universal Champion. I hope so, man. I'm picking you to win the Rumble. Better not let me fucking down. It's one of my 15 predictions for 2019. Don't let me down, Drew. Don't let me fucking down. So then Drew gets back in the cage and hits a 4th Claymore on Dolph Ziggler. Just beating the dead horse here. And then Drew walks away and stands tall. So Drew builds some nice momentum heading into 2019. But continuing on. This week, on a special New Year's Eve edition of Unsolved Mysteries, we try and find out why Dean Ambrose turned on Seth Rollins. The greatest mystery so far. The final half of 2018. So Seth Rollins comes out to the ring. Of course, Seth's saying he's not big on New Year's resolutions, but Seth says at WWE, every day is a fresh start or a new year. Take your goddamn pick, LOL. So then Seth goes on saying he wants to invoke his rematch clause for the Intercontinental Championship against Dean Ambrose tonight. So then that's when Triple H would come out. Of course, Triple H says that a fresh start has never been more true in WWE right now. With WWE listening to the fans and trying to give the fans the best show possible. I'll believe fucking change when I see it. So then Triple H goes on saying Seth won't get his rematch and that Seth has to earn it. Because the terms rematch clause no longer exists in the WWE dictionary. And then Triple H then says that Seth doesn't even deserve a rematch. And Triple H said that he was Seth's #1 supporter. So then Seth would go on saying he only believed that when Seth was his puppet back in the days of the Authority in 2014 and 15 and part of 2016. So then Triple H said that Seth made him believe in him when Seth beat the living dog shit out of Triple H at WrestleMania 33 2 years ago. And then Triple H says that Seth is a show of a man of what he once was. And then Triple H says that all Seth wants to do is ask for handouts. So then Seth says that he doesn't ask for anything and works his and earns his what he gets. Yeah. And then Seth says that he has carried Raw on his back for the last year. And then Seth asks Triple H if he wants Seth to be the ruthless bastard again, like he was in the days of the Authority. And then Triple H said that he wants Seth to be that ruthless bastard again. And that Seth will have the chance to do that when he goes one-on-one later on in the night against Bobby Lashley. And then Seth says he'll burn down anyone that stands in his way, including Brock Lesnar when he actually gets off his ass and shows up for a change, and the entire McMahon family. And then that's when Shane McMahon would come out. Of course, Shane McMahon comes out saying that we should not hype up Seth too much, or he'll literally burn the entire place down. Well, you're in Little Caesars Arena, aka the oven. So it's already hot in there as it is. So then Shane says that Dean Ambrose will defend the Intercontinental Championship later on tonight against the winner of a Fresh Start Battle Royal. So to this Battle Royal, some notable names in it sees the likes of Finn Balor and PC Corbin, and Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley, and Apollo Crews, and a bunch of other fucking guys in it, mainly fucking jobbers. So highlights and eliminations of the match. No Way Jose's airplane spin was okay. Yeah, No Way Jose is back on Raw. Yes way, Jose. Apollo then had military presses to eliminate both No Way Jose and Vector of Ass Tension. And then the Lucha House Party would all eliminate Titus O'Neil. But Finn Balor would go in and eliminate the entire Lucha House Party. And then Apollo would go and eliminate not just the entire B-Team, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. He'd also eliminate Connor of Ass Tension, along with Mojo Rawley. So at this point in the match, Apollo is at 5 eliminations. Then Apollo goes and hits a military press to eliminate Tyler Breeze. Make that 6 eliminations. Baron then hits a chokeslam, which was good. Finn's Swing Blade followed by a missile dropkick was good, along with his Finn Stomp. Baron would then eliminate Finn Balor. Zack would then hit a missile dropkick on Baron Corbin. Baron would then eliminate Zack Ryder after Baron would stand up to counter the Broski Boot. Baron would then go on and eliminate Kurt Hawkins, adding yet to Kurt Hawkins' impressive losing streak. Hey Kurt, I have one thing to say. You got an impressive legacy of failure going for yourself. Few more months of losing and it'll be ready to go. So then Apollo hits a step-up enziguri on Baron Corbin. And then Apollo hits a second one. But this one would eliminate Baron Corbin for Apollo to get the win. So Apollo had 7 eliminations in this match. And Apollo will later on in the night face Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. We will come back to Unsolved Mysteries in a little bit. We'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming. So then we go backstage. We have Tamina Snuka and we have Natalya backstage. We have Natalya backstage doing an interview, and Natalya, of course, declaring herself entry into the Women's Royal Rumble match. Of course, like last year, they're going to need every woman on deck for this matchup. So we're going to see some legends return again. Probably Lita and Trish Stratus, and others. So during this interview, Nia and Tamina would come out, and they would both attack Natalya. The brawl would be brief, as the refs would come in to break it up. But then when we go back to the ring, PC Corbin comes back out, grabs a mic, and then whines like a little bitch again. By Baron saying it's not fair that he lost. It's a battle royal, there's no rules, shut the fuck up. And then Baron says he deserves a fresh start. No. And then Baron says he tries to please everybody and gets booed. Well, you're a fucking heel, 1. 2, you don't please everybody because the product you had when you were in charge fucking sucked. Mainly, it's creative not knowing their head from their ass. Plus, WWE's creative can't book a good show if their life depended on it. And then Baron says that he should get a reward. No, you shouldn't. That's not how society should be today. We should not reward bad behavior. No. Bad Baron. You will respect my authority. And then that's when Elias would come out. And Elias would first do a guitar solo, does his normal Who Wants to Walk with Elias, WWE stands for Elias, WWE stands Walk with Elias, etc., etc. Elias then says that Baron's time is up. And that Elias was throwing a New Year's Eve party. However, Elias says that he doesn't invite losers to his party. Somebody took a page out of Judah Tribe's playbook. So then Elias says that Baron's plan was to never bring an episode of Monday Night Raw back to Detroit. I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually true, considering some of WWE's inconsistent bullshit decision-making. So as Elias then goes on saying that Detroit is on the rise and is making a comeback. Now, I actually believe that to an extent, because, Little Caesar Arena helps out with the redevelopment. There are also Little Caesars is building their headquarters beside Fox Theater. It's redevelopment. We'll come back to this redevelopment talk on Detroit in 5 to 10 years. Give it time. But hey, in terms of Detroit on the rise, well, sadly, Detroit Lions season ended. But hey, at least we got the Pistons. Oh, crap, they went 4-11 in December. Shit. The Red Wings? They were mediocre throughout December, too. Fuck. What about the Tigers? Nope, they're still committed to losing and tanking to build for the future and the rebuild. Never mind, all the Detroit teams are fucked to begin with. God damn it. This is going to be some rough times. So then getting back on topic, Elias would then perform. So during this song, Elias then says that he gets mad when Baron speaks. Then Elias goes on saying that anyone that finds Baron entertaining should be sued. Damn. Then Elias says that not only will he save Mondays, he will also save Detroit Rock City. And then that's when Baron Corbin would go up and then him and Elias would brawl. This brawl would go through the crowd. But Elias will get the upper hand when it goes to the timekeeper's area, and then Baron retreats, so Elias stands tall. Well, Detroit, let's all meet our new Lord and Savior, Elias Sampson. Oh, hail Elias. Maybe Elias should become Detroit's new offensive coordinator and replace Jim Bob Cooter. I bet you Elias can call better plays than GBC. But that's a rant for another day. So continuing on, next up, we have a 6-women tag match. We have Ember Moon, Sasha Banks, and Bayley versus Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, and Ruby Riott of the Riott Squad. Highlights of the match, Bayley's Luthez press was good along with her double crossbody. Sasha's Meteora was good along with her springboard knee drop. Ember's arm drag was good too along with Liv's step up and Saguri. Bayley's arm drag was good along with Ruby's hip toss, followed by Bayley's second arm drag. Liv's springboard stomp was good, along with the Riott Squad's double team toss into a reverse senton. Sarah's basement sliding knee was good too, along with Liv Morgan's swinging facebuster. Sasha's headbutt was good too. The counter being popped up in the air. Riott Squad's double team leg sweep was good too, along with Ember's suicide dive. Double suicide dive, might I add. So to our match ending, Sasha hits the backstabber, but normally in this case, Bayley would hit the Bayley to belly. However, after this backstabber, Sarah Logan would fall to the mat. So Bayley instead climbs up to the top rope and hits an elbow drop, Macho Man style. And Bayley gets the 3 count for the win. I'm not sure if that was botched or if that was planned, but either way, kudos to Bayley for improvising on the go. So yeah, hats off to Bayley for figuring that out. So let's continuing on. So, continuing back on Unsolved Mysteries. we now get to our first matchup, as Seth Rollins will get ready to face the almighty Bobby Lashley. So before the match, Bobby, of course, accompanied by his hype man, Lio Rush. Lio would go on saying that Bobby is looking for a fresh start in 2019. Because, let's be fair, Bobby was very forgettable in 2018. It's like 2007 all over again. Bobby was forgotten again in the shuffle. It's like 2007. It's like Bobby never fucking left. Holy shit. So then Lio says that Bobby is a fighter, and he came to fight. So then Lio says that after Bobby is done, everyone in Detroit will kiss Bobby's ass. And they will do it while Bobby strikes his favorite pose. So to the highlights of this matchup, Seth's missile dropkick was good along with Bobby's waistlock takedown. Seth's step-up enziguri and springboard crossbody dive was good too, along with Bobby's modified facebuster. Seth's jawbreaker was good. Lio would hit a Hurricane Rana on Seth while the ref was distracted. Goddamn zebras need to learn to pay attention better. Bobby's pelvis slam was good along with Seth's sling blade, followed by his 2 suicide dives. Seth's springboard clothesline was good along with Bobby's spine buster. Seth's super kick was good too. So to our match ending, Seth would then go and chase Lio Rush in a cat and mouse game. Outside the ring, Seth would eventually attack Lio with a clothesline. Bobby would come and take him out. But then Seth would go and grab a chair. And then he'd strike Bobby Lashley with it, forcing the DQ. So Bobby Lashley was going to win this match regardless. But after the match, Seth would attack Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush with the chair for a post-match assault. Jesus Christ, we're getting a lot of post-match assault here. And then Seth would end this attack by hitting the stomp on Lio Rush. But don't worry, folks. We ain't done with Unsolved Mysteries yet. We got one more match left, but we'll return in a little bit to that. So continuing on, next up, we got a 3-on-2 handicap match. We got Jobber Mahal and those pussy-ass Sane Brothers, Samil and Sanir, versus Heath Slater and Detroit's Rhino. So highlights in Jobber and Sane Brother fails in the match. Jobbers and both Sane Brothers selling was garbage in this match. Jobber Mahal's inner piece stalling was shit. Jobber strikes looked like garbage. His knees, everything, the whole 9 yards. The Sane Brothers double team suplex was meh. I mean, it's the Sane Brothers, not much to expect. The Sane Brothers dancing was terrible. It's like, you can't fucking dance, you're fucking trash. Can't fucking wrestle, get out of the ring. Heath's dropkick was good along with Rhino's double team overhead belly to belly to both Sane Brothers, along with Rhino's spine buster to Jobber Mahal. So to the match ending, while Rhino was setting up for the gore, both Sane Brothers would distract Rhino. Heath Slater would take Sunil out while Rhino would take out Samir. But Jobber Mahal would then hit a big boot, followed by a garbage-ass Colossus, which looked like dog shit. Jobber Mahal gets the 3 count for the win. Now, normally, I would say this would be our WWE garbage moment of the week. However, there is a new challenger for it. Because tomorrow on SmackDown, a new challenger has appeared for Garbage Moment of the Week. Yes, I'm referring to the return of Fuckboy Buckethead. The shit factor of professional wrestling himself. Yes, we're starting off 2019 with the return of fucking Super Cena. John Cena's back. Fucking kill me. God damn it, Doomsday better not come. God damn it. I thought John Cena would stay in Hollywood forever, but we can't have nice things like that. So yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed the product the last couple weeks. Because it's about to go downhill from here. As we're starting the road to WrestleMania. Okay, technically everyone has the road to Mania starting at the Royal Rumble. My road to WrestleMania starts this January 1st. That's always when I declare, in my mind, the road to WrestleMania starts there. So we're gonna be off to a good start. So, let's get back on topic. So, returning now to Unsolved Mysteries. Next up, we have our Intercontinental title match, where Dean Ambrose will defend against Apollo Crews, who was victorious in a fresh start battle royal over night. So Dean Ambrose, of course, comes out with his sirens in hand. So Detroit, batten down the hatches, the nukes are coming. The goddamn Super Cena nukes, especially now. Oh god. So before the match, right before the bell rang, Apollo would hit a dropkick on Dean Ambrose for pre-match assault. And since it happened before the bell rang, it's pre-match assault. But to the match, though. Highlights of the match: Apollo's moonsault on the apron was good, along with the double clothesline. Very well synchronized from both. Apollo's enziguri was good, along with his neck breaker. His Samoan drop and crossbody off the top rope was good, too. Along with a standing shooting star press. Great athleticism. Apollo's overhead belly to belly was good, too. Along with his step-up enziguri and his sit-out powerbomb. But to our match ending, Apollo would go for a frog splash. Dean Ambrose would roll out away with it. Dean would then hit a dirty deeds. Dean gets the 3 count for the win to retain. I mean, it was pretty obvious Dean was going to retain, because there was no spoiler for this on the dub from the WWE app from on Friday, since this was a pre-taped episode of Raw, because this Raw was actually on Friday. And they pre-taped it so everyone can be home with their families on New Year's Eve. So yes, when the app doesn't spoil up what happens on a pre-taped episode, then you know nothing happens. Honestly, WWE, word of advice: if you're gonna have a title change on a taped episode of a Raw or SmackDown or NXT, can you please not fucking spoil the outcome this time? Because if you spoil that the title change happens, then what the fuck is the point of watching? But come on, be fucking smart, goddammit. Especially if you want to listen to the fan base and back up your fucking words. That the fans are now the authority. So with that rant being set for another day, thus concludes another episode of Unsolved Mysteries. We now return to our regularly scheduled programming. So before we get to our main event, we have some things to talk about. Next week on Raw, we will have the Raw Tag Team titles defended, as Bobby Roode and Chad Gable will defend against the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. Maybe this time it will be the Legal Man that gets pinned this time. We will also have the debut of Alexa Bliss's new talk show, A Moment of Bliss. And her first guest will be Ronda Rousey. We will also have not only Braun Strowman return live, we will also have Brock Lesnar return to Monday Night Raw live. Holy shit, you're actually paying Brock Lesnar just for him to get off his ass and show up. Good job, WWE. Just dump the money right on his front lawn and lather it all over his body. There you go. Now you know how to get Brock Lesnar to fucking show up. So yes, let's go to our main event, which is a women's tag team match. Ronda Rousey and Natalya versus Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey and Natalya versus Nia Jax and Tamina. Yes, that brawl earlier in the night created this impromptu main event. So before the match, as Ronda Rousey comes out, she immediately gets in the ring. All four would brawl for pre-match assault. But after Ronda and Natalya forced Nia and Tamina out of the ring, we will get to the match underway. So highlights of the match: Ronda's judo throw was okay. Tamina sort of botched the landing, so that's going to take some points off. Nia's BO was good along with her body slam. Natalya's dropkick was good too, along with her fisherman suplex and body slam. Natalya's baseball slide was good, along with Ronda's double diving close crossbody from the top rope outside the ring. Nia's body slam was good too, along with Tamina's head toss. Double crossbody between Natalya and Tamina. Very well synchronized from both of them. Good job. Ronda's arm drag was good, along with her jump knee and jump elbow. At one point, I thought the elbow was a Superman punch. But either way, it was more of a Superman punch than Roman Reigns' stupid man punch. No, there's no update for Roman Reigns in terms of his battle with leukemia. But continuing on, Nia's overhead press is good too, along with her super kick. Nia's leg drop was good too, along with Natalia's discus clothesline. Tamina would hit a second super kick to Natalia, but Ronda Rousey. So to our match ending, Tamina would go for the Superfly Splash. Ronda would get her feet up to counter it. Then Ronda would lock in the armbar on Tamina for the tap out. So Ronda and Natalia are both victorious as we end Raw. So overall, Raw, another meh episode. Like, nothing flashy happened tonight. You know, it's the final Raw 2018. I wasn't expecting anything spectacular. But overall, Raw gets a 4 out of 10. So yeah. And also, guess who's also back on Raw next week? John Cena's also going to be on Raw. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Raw, because next week, Cena's back. And yeah, this show's reputation is going to go down the drain quickly. God, please kill me. If Cena becomes a Grand Slam champion or a 17-time world champion, please fucking kill me. But yeah, I think I'm done. I'll save the Cena rant for another day. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone's a great day, and yeah, peace out. Happy to see you all in 2019. Happy New Year.